again, if you're looking for a flavor recommendation, my favorite is the blue raspberry. But with that said, let's jump into the TvZ, the final live match of the day. Maybe we'll cast some replays after this to lengthen the stream up a little bit. But for now, to the top left-hand side, our red Terran player is Optimus. And down to the bottom right side of the map, it is going to be Solar. What's up, everyone out in the chat? How are we all feeling today? Let me know who you're cheering on in this best of 3 TvZ series. Winner of this will finish first place in the group, which is of course a little bit better seeding for the guys. The loser of this will be taking second place, and will be still advancing to the playoffs, which will be played on Friday. Of course, if you're enjoying the stream, I will just very quickly say, as well as this game gets set up, you can of course follow the channel, see when we go live in the future. We're pushing towards 30,000 followers, which is kind of like insane to think about when you really think about it, but do consider hitting that follow button to see when we go live again in the future. And otherwise, all the usual ways to support are of course there. If you guys would like to take advantage of them, then you guys generally know how to do it. You can subscribe, you can Twitch Prime subscribe, you can donate, you can cheer. It all helps me to continue producing StarCraft 2 content for you guys on a regular, daily basis. How fun, eh? How fun. So going to be seeing these Lings getting a little bit of damage from this Reaper initially, as the Reaper dancing around, and the Lings, a couple of them, just pulling back there in towards the natural expansion in the last couple of moments. We are going to be having the factory on the way up. Obviously, we kind of know what's coming from Optimus, I think. I think we've kind of seen it before. And I think the question is, can Solar deflect all of this harassment, which has just been getting so much damage done throughout the day, like game after game after game. Optimus has just found so much damage. It's really insane. So, let's see if he can get this done this time around. Or if Solar can get this done this time around. Optimus is actually going to open differently. Okay then. No starport this time, and that allows him to go double Cyclone. That's interesting. That's a very different way to be aggressive in these early stages. So, getting set up into this, we're going to have these couple of Cyclones on the way out in the next few moments. There's a couple of mules just mining away, the refinery coming up onto the natural. And we do see this Reaper is coming around on the left-hand side to see what else is going on. 4 more Zerglings on the way up, and just going to be having a couple more Hellions on the way out as well. This one single Reaper is just fighting away a little bit onto the hatchery. I'd be very surprised if Solar had a similar issue with his hatchery in terms of being able to keep it alive. I mean, already it's finished up here, and Queen's coming over to be able to deflect the Reaper. Now, the Cyclones do come over, and Solar hasn't made a lot just yet. A couple of Hellions will follow these Cyclones, and an Armory already on the way through, so they can morph into Hellbats. So it is a lot of pressure early here from Optimus. Those initial Lings coming forwards though, and that is going to be a bit of an issue for those Cyclones because they are just getting surrounded, and already Optimus being pushed away up this left-hand side. Zerglings continue to come on in. We are going to be seeing those Hellions continuing to push them back though. The Hellions are making a big difference here. It's just a shame he's already lost one of the Cyclones because it really does hurt him in terms of what he can do moving onwards. He did start up a starport beyond this, and he starts up a cloak with it, so he is going to get in towards the Cloak Banshees as he has done in previous games. It's just a bit of a different way for him to get to that sort of a stage, so Optimus prefers something a little bit different, as we are going to be seeing a Cyclone leading the charge. We are going to see a Crypt Tumor already picked off. We're going to be seeing that Lings are, well, they kind of want us around, but the Hellbats actually get into a very good position to obviously minimize what the Zerglings can get done. This first Queen has to get transfused up. He's actually getting quite a lot done. The Cyclone in the back is going to be able to add on a lot of damage. So you do see the Hellbats though starting to fall, and the drones are able to get back to mining. I mean, it's nice from Optimus to force the workers off the mineral line for a while. He gets a couple of drone kills in all of this. He forces some transfusions, but he still didn't do a lot of straight up damage, which is what he has been finding earlier today. As we are going to be seeing the Lings coming up to the top left side, we'll be able to hit this wall, and honestly there's a lot of surface area on the command center, and there isn't a lot of units in position to actually deflect those Zerglings, so this third CC might go down. If the CC goes down, well, not only is it going to be low third CC, and it's not even a cancel, it's a kill, it means the Zerglings can get in towards the mineral line, so this is a really painful moment for Optimus. He does clean up the Zerglings at least, but again, he's lost his third base, and it wasn't a cancel, it was a kill, so that's 400 minerals he completely loses out on. And Solar right now is really showing us a very different state of TvZ than what we've seen from Optimus so far today. Every game so far today, Optimus has been in control. He's the one that's been dealing damage. He's the one that's been slowing down the Zerg player. But this game is the Zerg player that's slowing down Optimus. Solar is the one that's taking the reins on this and getting some action done. Well, we are going to be having this little bit of a push down to the bottom right-hand side. A couple of these queens pulling away right now from Solar. A few Hellions still just set off over to the left, and as these Banshees come through, I mean, they get a little bit of damage done. There should be a transfuse there, and it hits in time to save that queen from death. Nicely done, as, yeah, moving to the main, just Optimus trying to find opportunities. He'll find himself a couple of drones he can pick off here on the edge. You can maybe want to try and target that queen, would have been nice, just to get rid of the pushback away from the extractor. He will try and dive in for it, and he's just one hit from death, and the queen does get taken down. So Optimus finding some damage now, a few drones going with it, and of course behind this he's setting up into that mech style which we've seen from him time and time again today in this Group C of the WardiTV Invitational. Another queen here is going to get transfused just at the end, but oh, Optimus types that GG. I'm just going to say some Hellions got some damage done. I think he just doesn't feel as though he's in a good enough position. I don't think he is either. Alright, let's kick this off, guys, to the upper left-hand side, upper game right now, and already moving SCVs across the map. Our Red Terran player is Optimus. And he is going up against the yellow Zerg to the bottom right-hand side, Solar. Solar up a game and obviously looking to try and close this out without having dropped a map here today in the groups. And it is our main event, which of course starts up on Friday, the playoffs. That's what Solar wants to really keep himself moving towards. So we are going to be seeing a couple of barracks here going to drop down to the left-hand side. So a couple of racks just going to drop on down, and we are just going to be having the SCV in the back. Is just looking to drop down the barracks as well, so just going to be getting ready to throw down a bunch of racks and just go for the straight up all in here with the proxied racks to try and take game number 2 off of Solar. So getting very quickly into the action right now, Optimus. As we do see 3 racks, and obviously a 4th racks can come up here as well potentially in the next few moments. Now, Solar doesn't know about this yet, of course. His overlords haven't scouted the racks, and his first overlord isn't at the natural just yet, and generally the timing of these marines moving forwards will be just about when the overlord hits the natural expansion and sees the lack of an expansion. So, moving forwards here, we're just going to be seeing these this first overlord coming on in. There's going to be a few marines up in the next couple of moments. And as those marines come up, it will be time to push on forwards. Now, the pool's just about to finish from Solar, so we'll see how well he's going to be doing to defend against this, as again this first overlord comes across and is just about now going to see the lack of an expand. Optimus maybe needs to start moving forwards right about now as another couple of marines finish up, because again now Solar knows it's not here, and he knows it's time to start up his defense. Spinecrawler immediately starts up behind the bear hatchery. Optimus just continues to gather his marines, and now he does move forwards with 6 of them. So here we go, 6 marines looking for a quick win. Can he find it? As we are going to be seeing them moving forwards. A couple of things going across the map, although now he actually finds this army, he's actually going to pull back. Maybe he was just looking to see where this army was. And that Spinecrawler is coming up to being completed, so that's getting pretty close. Because Optimus waits a long time, he's not going to have a bunker or anything to work with here. This is really much more about the kind of initial kind of firepower attack, because it is 4 racks rather than 2 racks. So he's just trying to win this on straight up firepower. Spinecrawler has to move forwards to be useful, and that is when Optimus may try and actually take the fight against it. But Lings are going to try and protect it for now as Optimus kites backwards. Very good control from Optimus so far, but the Spine will be able to burrow. And so far, Solar is making this look like a very easy hold up until now. Now, it's definitely not over yet. A lot of this will still come down to control, but Queens are saving up their energy, and they have a transfuse, and that means that Spinecrawler is just not going to go down. There's a second transfuse available as well, and that Spinecrawler staying alive is just going to be way too good. And unfortunately, Optimus is not going to be able to break this here, and as those Marines get shut down, Link speed kicks in. This is going to be GG. Solar goes through the group undefeated, 4-0, and doesn't drop a map on his